Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Hei ja tervetuloa seuraamaan taas kun pelataan Alan Wakein remastered-versiota ja viime kerralla me tavattiin se, okei tosta ei pääse yli, niin tavattiin se Alice.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Alicen kidnappaaja tavattiin ja sitten se katosi sinne metsään sitten. Ja se vaatii nyt niinku tossa kertauksessa nähtiin, niin se vaatii Alanin kirjan, mitä se ei muista kirjoittaneensa, niin vaatii sitä lunnaajaksi.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Ja mitä mä tossa noita nauhoituksia katsoin, niin hieman pitää antaa miinusta Remedille siitä, eli ne yön pimeyden noi.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Minkähän takia se tähän tuli tää kaveri äsken? Katos taas se ajatus, kun nää keskeytti taas ajatukset. Niin joo, kun ne metsän...
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
ne yön metsäotukset, niin ne vähän toistaa itseään liikaa, niin, mutta täytyy kumminkin sen verran antaa Remedille anteeksi, että ne oli silloin, kun ne tätäkin teki, niin suht pieni firma ja on kai edelleenkin, niin hieman pitää antaa anteeksi heille siitä. Ja tuossa äsken kun puhuttiin siitä kaverista, jolla tykkäsi sukeltamisesta, niin olisikohan se ollut se siinä Syvänmeren sukelluspuvussa, siinä valokuvassa, mikä nähtiin siellä mökissä.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Rose ei oo oma itsensä.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What?
Huumaus. Huumas ne.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on.
Taas tää creepy täti.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Toi taitaa muuten... Noin mitkä nähdään tossa telkkarissa, niin taitaa olla live actioniin kuvattu. Näyttää siltä, että täällä Rosella on jonkinlainen pakkomiele tähän Alaniin, kun sillä on tommosia kuvia.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Rose,
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
Deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Vai on Barry liian painava kannettavaksi?
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Tai sitten Alani on vaan niin spagetti jalkojen lisäksi niin spagetti kätinenkin, että se ei jaksa vaan kantaa mitään.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Oh. Ja kaikista päätellen kohta alkaa taas tapahtuu. Okei. No.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know, I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny, Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure?
Mennään säkkiä tosta radiosta kauemmaksi, siitä voi tulla joku tekijäoikeushuomautus, mutta viimeksi kun se tuli sen episodin lopussa, edellisen episodin lopussa, niin kun mä editoin, niin YouTube onneksi tarjoaa mahdollisuutta mutettaa sen, niin...
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
Okay.
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
Mä ihmettelin tuossa aluksi.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Okei. Mä ihmettelin tuossa aluksi vähän, että mikä ihme homma se oli se... Se tuntui äänet olevan edellä tota videoa, niin... Tai kuvaa, niin mä rupesin miettimään, että onks ne nyt sitten... Jotenkin hyytymässä, tai miten se nyt sanotaan, lakaa, vai miten se sanotaankaan nyt. Mut se olikin joku bullet time. Tossa ei ollut mitään, okei. Oho, se oli lähellä.
Oh, damn.
Kenestäkään tytöstä ne oikein puhu, kun ne sanoo, että meni muuta nyt ihan ohi, kenestä tytöstä nyt puhuttiin ja minkä takia nyt nää FBIkin on nyt ihan tää Alanin perässä. Mutta ainakin ihan semmonen tällä hetkellä tuntuu ihan mukavalta vaihtelulta nyt tämmönen Escape the Police kohta sen, kun tähän mennessä ollaan oltu niitten metsäolentojen kanssa tekemisissä.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Mikä tossa oli? Escape the police led by the... Okei. Okei, niin tossa on tommonen... Mitä mä sen nyt sanoisin, kertojan roolissa oli toi... Oho. Pitäisikö olla huolissaan? Okei, siitä ei saada... Siellä on sivu.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
Niin. No sehän me jo tiedettiin, että se kontrolloi Rosea, se creepy mummo. Mihin se varmaan oli siihenkin varmaan jo viittaus siihen se... Siinä TV-jutussa oli maininta siitä, että se joku mummo ohjaa niinku tätä kirjailijaa kirjoittamaan sitä kirjaa. Onkohan tuolla jotain kerättävää? Menee, okei, ne poliisit on tuolla, ehkä kannattaa vaan mennä tätä kautta. Tää kamera on okei. Nyt sekoittuu äsken tää kyltti mulla toho. Okei, nyt taidettiin, niin sekoittu tuo kyltti semmoseen varjohahmoon taas.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Saa nähdä, että tuleeko noista poliiseista nyt, noista FBI-agenteista nyt niitä metsäolentoja sitten. Ja kun ne metsurit oli niitten kirveitten YMS kanssa, niin tuleeko poliisit sitten aseiden kanssa sitten kimppuun? Mikä se oli? Tuleeko täällä nyt seuraavaksi eläimiä vastaan? Onko täällä mitään kerättävää? Checkpoint, reset. Okei. Tonne varmaan, mutta käydään tuo ylhäällä, siellä on varmaan jotain. Okei, taisi se helikopteri taisi putoa. Use, okei, onks täällä muuta? On. Mikä? Kiitos.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you doing? Come on!
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Oda scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both of them. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Ei mainittu Päriä ollenkaan, mutta... Lähtikö Päri karkuun sitten? Niin tolla pystyy... Tää on tosi hätäinen tää. Mitähän niinku tällä haluttais? Niinku oikein pitäis katsoa muuta kuin onks tää nyt helikopterin tulipalo mikä tuolla olikaan?
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Niin joo, sinnehän se pyysi meitä tulemaan, jos mä muistan oikein, niin se... Onko tässä? Kerättävää ei ole. Niin sinnehän se kidnappaaja taisi pyytää meitä tuomaan sen. Okei. Sen käsikirjoituksen.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Siellä on taas jotain.
There was no power to the searchlight.
Pitääkö siihen jotain... Eikö joo, tää pitää laittaa käyntiin. Edelleen. Taas menen sekaisin siitä, että... Näistä kontrolleista. Kun X:stä hyppää, mut ympyrästä niinku... Alkaa käyttää noita... Esineitä.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Okei, se pitää näköjään nyt äkkiä käydä. Niin, eikä ympyrästä niinku ottaa tän... Alkaa käyttää näitä objekteja ja sitten se... Ja sitten se... X:stä sitten... Joo. Okei. Niin X:stä hyppää, mutta sitten kun se ympyrästä ja käyttää objekteja, sitten se X:stä sitten veti sitä, yritti käynnistää sitä, niin siinä menee helposti ja mulla nyt edelleen noin näppäimet sekasi. Restart checkpoint. Vielä voisi vähän aikaa pelaa. Ennen kuin taputellaan tämä video. Okei, siellä on taas tärisevä. Mikä siinä oli? Okei, mä en varmaan vois sitä käyttää. Flashlight, kiitos. Se oli varmaan nimenomaan tohon. Ei voinut ottaa tietenkään sitä taskulamppua
It took me
sieltä.
a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Nyt me saatiin lisää uusi ase. Jatketaan matkaa. Me voitais tähän väliin lopettaa tää nauhoitus. Mä jatkan heti perään tähän uudella nauhoituksella. Mutta me nähdään taas seuraavan videon merkeissä. Se on moro.